My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is March 16, 2024. It is 1:35 a.m. So, I don't know where to start. I've been behind a lot since the lawsuit, the defamation lawsuit was dropped. The information came out. That threw me off completely because I had something to share with you, but now it's old. I don't even think I want to share it anymore because it's a lot. Is this? I don't know. I'll see how I feel later because this is during the weekend, so maybe I'll have some time. And there's a lot of things coming out, speculation after speculation. So what I decided to do here, these are the newest tweets that I piled up, and these were from yesterday. And what took me so long from recording, I recorded something yesterday. What did I record? Oh, the awards that threw me off as well. So I had some videos on that because I wanted to share them with you as soon as possible. So that's already public. It's on our Port of Pwill service. So this threw me off as well. So I have several days of tweets that are off. So these, I don't know if I'm going to touch them. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to start with the newer one, depending on how I feel. If I feel like recording later, I'll continue recording. Otherwise, I'll wait for the new tweets that's coming on for tomorrow or later today, should I say. And if you are following me, pay attention to my community board. Okay, I post a lot of things. It may not, for people who don't know what I do, sharing tweets with you guys, because many of you are not on Twitter. That's what my channel is somewhat catered to. So if you want to know the latest, if I come across it, either on my phone or if I'm behind the computer, I'll post them on my community board. So check my community board for some of this stuff. Okay? And I usually post some silly things or what I'm eating or something like that. Okay, so these are the numbers for my channel back end. 3,846 subscribers. New subscribers welcome. And please donate to my PayPal, Cash App. I do have a Patreon account, but I don't post too many. I don't post often, unless if there's something major that YouTube does not want me to share or something like that. I'll have to create like a different account where I don't care if it's monetized or not, so I could get the links to post on my Patreon. But other than that, I'll prefer PayPal or Cash App to help support my channel, because that money is gonna go back to the channel. Because if I'm recording every day, memories, okay, I need memories. All right, so these are the numbers and analytics. When I'm doing these, feel free to skip. Okay, this is for record purposes. Okay, so the last 48 hours, 3,638 views. This number change? 3,846. Okay, I don't know, but anyway, so let's go on Twitter. I think I have this on the list, but further down. I forgot how many I have. Let me see something. I have 13 tweets to share with you on this video. Okay, so this one, as I read them, just look at the date at the bottom, because I take them, or when I come across them, that's when I put them on the list. So they may not be in the order of timing. Okay, so this is the first tweet. Peter Souza, Obama White House photographer, has entered the chat. He's telling y'all to call Prince William's release Mother's Day photograph of Kate what it is, a fake, and stop using the term photoshopped. The family and its rabid fans should have left American Meghan alone. Wow, how time fly. That kid is so freaking tall. Okay, so there he is here. I made this photograph of Prince George meeting President Obama in 2016. The digital file was processed with Photoshop, a software program made by Adobe that virtually every professional photographer uses, yet my photograph was certainly not altered or changed in content. I thought of this distinction after the photograph released earlier this week of Princess Catherine and her children was found to be altered. Some stories refer to it as being Photoshop, and that made me cringe. Okay. Oh my goodness. It continues. Every publication like the New York Times and every news organization like the Associated Press have strict policies on using Photoshop to process images. Basically, the accepted practices allow a new photograph to be tweaked by adjusting the color balance, which is what Missen did with Meghan's picture, the pregnancy picture of Meghan and Harry. Okay, he did say he only changed the color from regular color to black and white, filtered or something like that. Okay, the density. Okay, let me start the sentence. Basically, the accepted practices allow a news photograph to be tweaked by adjusting the color balance. The density make the raw file lighter or darker, exactly, which is what Missen did, and shadows and highlights. What's not acceptable is to remove, add, or change elements in the photograph that would be altering the content. For example, if there's a telephone pole sticking out of the person's head, you won't be allowed to remove it. Or if someone mashes multiple family pictures together into one, that won't be acceptable. Why though did it take AP nearly 2 hours to make this determination with the photo earlier this week? Let's keep this in mind, given the current political climate where a certain presidential candidate and his rabid supporters dismiss stories he or they don't like as fake news. He has also said multiple times that published photographs of himself he didn't like were Photoshop. The photographs in question undoubtedly were processed through Photoshop, but not at all altered. He did get away with posting a picture of himself on Facebook during his presidency that made his fingers longer, hands bigger, and body 50 pounds lighter. So for the sake of consistency, let's call fake photos what they are, fake or altered, and stop using the word Photoshop. Okay, so that's a very good point. I only use Photoshop for my thumbnails. He's a legend. There's Miss here, Miss Harriman. I have been calling the public fraud, also deception, also misrepresentation, willfully misleading, associated lie. It certainly is not simply Photoshop. Okay, that's exactly what I said to the Rangers. Brightening color balance is one thing. Altering the image by adding deleting for a purpose of enhancing, as some claim, she was merely wanting her children look better, cloning, etc., is just deceitful. Okay, don't give Photoshop a bad rep. Yep, calling all British journalists. Alright, so let me read what's there and then move on. Yep, fake photo scam. It's fake and it's a scam. If it was not caught, they would have gotten away with it. I'm sure they got away with a lot of other things. If the squad didn't call it out. Serious photographers have been fighting for this difference between adjusting contrast, color balance, etc., and moving pixels around ever since Photoshop has arrived on the market. This is why I, just like Pete Souza, hate the expression Photoshop. As a rule of thumb, you can... Okay, let me read what's there before I go into that, because it's gonna be long. Glad the world is calling BS on Willie and Kate mess. Oh, now they really have the attention they've always craved. That's exactly that. Okay, so I'm going into that to finish it. Okay, that is why I, just like Pete Souza, hate the expression Photoshop. As a rule of thumb, you can change everything you could have changed via your camera setting. That's a very good point of putting it. anything that you could change through your camera setting, which you could do on Photoshop, is just that not removing images, whatever the thing have captured, people, objects, or etc. Okay, so I understand this one. This is what photographers always have been doing. It is their job. Photography means painting with light. So the confusion between moving pixels, the reality around, and adjusting color balance, light, contrast, etc. is risking the takeaway photographers' legitimate tools. Okay, so let's continue here. The only serious podcast I found about the issue is this one. They explain a very important aspect, the handout, a thread not only to serious photographers but to the public, as we have witnessed in Gate. I do not defend paparazzi, far from it, but serious photographers. Oh my God, there's more. Serious photographers, but to the public, as we have witnessed it in Gate. I do not defend paparazzi, far from it, but serious photographers should be replaced by hands out. This world is too filled with lies and manipulation. Don't allow it to go on spreading. Yeah, that is very interesting. Okay, so let me move on to the next. There's more comment, but I thought I start with that. Okay, just keep on looking at the date below if I don't point it out. Hopefully you could see it on your screen. Okay, so there's this, it was, I saw it yesterday. I mean, I saw it yesterday on my computer, but it's been there since the 14th. But anyway, Femi said, quote, no matter how many wigs you wear, it goes on. Let's listen. There will be screenshot, okay? I started listening to it. It was him who was talking the most. And then when I hear the wig part and I pause it and I say I need to put it on the list. Okay, 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
Been told that I should go back to Africa and I should be deported. Free speech, supposedly. I was born in this country, but your viewers often tell me I should be deported. And I'm speaking directly to you, Nana, now. Not to GB News and not to Patrick. But no matter how many wigs you wear, no matter how many times you throw your fellow black women under the bus, as you did on the show the other day, you will never, just like myself, be more than a talking monkey to a lot of these people.
Right,
listen,
before you throw away all those comments and tell me my fellow black women, I've never met any of these women. I don't know any of these women. I don't represent any community of people.
Oh my goodness, can't wait for the karma. But you don't know them, so why are you talking about them in a personal level? The last time I saw a video of her talking about Megan, I was like, oh my God, oh my Lord. So there you are here saying you do not know them, so why you go into a personal aspect of them? Let's see here. That was the 9th, 2 days ago. Okay. I didn't listen. I think I started listening to it and then I move on. Let's see here. And I stopped listening to it. It was heartless to go on Oprah and diss the royal family while Prince Philip lay dying. Okay, that was a quote here. It was heartless to leave the door open to an accusation of racism, then correct the record years later, making the Queen's last year a nightmare. Who is she talking about? They said that thing in the Oprah interview. They say it will hurt the royal family, so they leave that alone.
In those months when I was pregnant, all around this same time, so we have in tandem the conversation of he won't be given security, he's not going to be given a title, and also concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born.
What?
And
who is having that conversation with you?
I think that would be very damaging to them.
That conversation I'm never going to share. But at the time it was awkward. I was a bit shocked.
Can you tell us what the question was?
No, I'm not comfortable sharing that.
Okay.
It was Piers Morgan who came out and said,
I will never believe it. But now we can start the process of finding out if they ever got uttered, what the context was, and whether there was any racial intent at all. Like I say, I don't believe there was. The royals who are named in this book are King Charles and Catherine, Princess of Wales.
What is it? What's the other one? Omid. Omid didn't even say it in his book. He literally said he didn't say it.
The book's available in a number of languages, and unfortunately I can't speak Dutch, so I haven't seen the copy for myself, but if there have been any translation errors, I'm sure the publishers got it under control. For me, I edited and wrote the English version. There's never been a version that I've produced that has names in it.
Okay, the publisher, who is a Murdoch on, and then you have that, what's the other one? Piers Morgan run to national television to utter the word Kate and Charles, who were the royal races. So I don't know what she's talking about. Oh, wow. 3 minutes and 31 seconds. Let's listen.
Oh, God. Meghan Markle is apparently looking to return to the UK and wants to improve her image.
What?
If rumours are to be believed, she is in search of yet another PR company. She tagged her comeback onto International Women's Day. Have a listen.
I've said this for so many years, and I hope that it starts to land, but I think we can all agree that representation matters in terms of if you're a young girl and you see yourself in a position of power or strength or leadership, you can believe that that is possible.
Okay.
She goes on to talk about having someone who looks like you. I would hate to have someone looking like me, a twin. I'd be so jealous, especially if they was a thin one.
Okay, let's just say I'm holding my mouth right now because I do not like to talk about beauty. I'm zipping my mouth. Okay, let's continue. For her to even bring this point out. Oh my Lord.
I think she's tugging on the race card in that speech as well. Then someone interrupts her while she's on a roll and she tells the washing up liquid story again. Then more victimhood.
The bulk of the bullying and abuse that I was experiencing in social media and online was when I was pregnant with Archie and with Lily and with a newborn with each of them. And you just think about that and you to really wrap your head around why people would be so hateful. It's not catty.
She just doesn't get it.
What?
Actions speak louder than words. And whilst I don't wish online abuse on anyone, and sadly the more well-known you become, the more likely you are to receive it, there is a simple solution.
But what makes it right? Even if you're popular, what makes it right for someone to go out of their way to bully another person? What makes it right? This woman make it sound like it's right. It's okay just because you're on top. Oh my Lord, but whatever.
Don't read it. It's not that difficult. And when you're as wealthy and as connected as she is, this should be relatively easy. You can even pay people to do stuff. And actions speak louder than words. But let's be honest, Meghan has used the press whenever it suits her. The reason people are incensed by the pair of them, which it seems they clearly can't work out why, is because of their actions.
You know what? Meghan and Harry did not shine away from saying they use I don't know if they say whatever, but I know for a fact, Meghan have said numerous times, once you have a platform, okay, she take it very seriously and be careful what she says, and then she doesn't mind bringing others. I'm just paraphrasing, okay? She doesn't mind shed light to other organizations, which is exactly what Pwill is doing. Did I know about the Gina Davis Institute? No. Okay, with her platform, I was able to notice about Gina Davis. Okay, so she's not shining away from the media. But you guys in the UK are completely berserk, saying things completely opposite of what she's saying. Oh my God!
So nicely said, isn't it?
I don't know. She's capable of anything. And together, as I said, there's a hell of a lot of stuff and work that needs doing. At the moment, for us, it's going to be making sure that our relationship is always put first. But no, look, both of us have passions for wanting to make change for good, and you know, with lots of young people running around the Commonwealth, that's where we're going to spend most of our time, hopefully.
And it was really one of the first things we connected on. It was one of the first things we started talking about when we met, was just the different things that we wanted to do in the world and how passionate we were about seeing change. I think that was, that's what got date 2. I think what's been really exciting as we talk about the transition of this out of my career but into the role is that, as you said, the causes that have been very important to me, I can focus even more energy on, because very early out of the gate, I think you realize once you have access or a voice that people are willing to listen to, with that comes a lot of responsibility, which I take seriously. And at the same time, I think in these beginning few months and now being boots on the ground in the UK, I'm excited to just really get to know more about the different communities here, smaller organizations who are working on the same causes that I've always been passionate about under this umbrella. And also being able to go around to the Commonwealth. I think it's just the beginning of a...
There's a lot to do. There's a lot to do.
Yeah, it's still my baby. I wanted a place where I could share these great experiences I'm able to have and make it inspirational for people, but also a reminder that it's all attainable, you know? Like, I didn't grow up with this kind of lifestyle or being interviewed or having fancy things. Like, that is all very new. And so to be able to show, like, you want that, you could totally have that, and you are enough and you're worth it. And it's also been a great way for me to connect with people. Well, you know, I feel a really big responsibility. Like, if you have this kind of job and you have an opportunity to have a profile where people are listening to what you're saying, I really, truly think you need to be saying something that's valuable. So yes, you can talk about, like, where did Rachel get that pencil skirt? Fine, sure. We can have that conversation. But I'd also like to talk about
women's rights.
Women's rights, and like my work with UN Women or with World Vision or humanitarian trips, or just really bolstering self-esteem that has nothing to do with the external.
But okay, unless if I miss something, I don't know.
Climate preaching while taking private jets and smugly telling us we're offsetting our carbon, which we all know is a scam. Flying from one place to another on the most polluting vehicle known to man, aircraft. It was heartless to go...
Okay, so as you're saying that, just don't forget you have those left behind royals over there. What was it you have? They didn't share it that much. It was to a screenshot from one of the squad. What was it? Was it Clarkson, Eugenie, some of the left behind royals that were appeared on that particular article? Okay, so be careful of what you're saying, because as you're saying that, you're also pointing out to the hypocrisy of the institution as well.
Go on Oprah and diss the royal family whilst Prince Philip lay dying. The show was pre-recorded in any case. They could have postponed it. They didn't. It was heartless to leave the door open.
Okay. The thing is that she's bringing all thing. Once they recorded it, okay? Once they do the interview or whatever, it's off their hand. It's not them who manage the time. If it was to Archwell, I don't know. You know what? Let me not say I do not know this part here. But I know once they did the recording, they did it with Oprah. I think it was Oprah Production, and then she sold it to CBS or something like that. Whoever has the copyright owner of it. Okay, they control the distribution of it when they publish it for everybody to see. So don't blame it on her. My goodness, she could get a lawsuit for that. You don't know. Oh my God.
From them. And I'm wondering if you've had a chance to talk to them how they're feeling today, because there must have been a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, a lot of emotion. And it must have been draining for them. Do you know how they're feeling now that it's aired and it's out there? And I'm also wondering how you're feeling, because the night before the interview, you didn't sleep. And I know that you prepared for this. I know there were nothing off limits. I'm curious about how everybody's feeling this morning.
Well, I haven't really spoken to them since the interview because we're in different
time changes are different,
time zones.
yeah.
I got a text from Megan yesterday saying, "How's it going?"
Yeah, what are people saying? Yes, yeah.
How's it going? Because she was putting Archie to bed, waiting on the West Coast feed, and had no idea what was happening on the East Coast. And I said, I don't either. From what I can tell, it's going well. I know it's airing. Mm-hmm. So I will probably have a conversation with them later on today. I'm just pleased that we were able to maintain the integrity of the interview from a 3-hour and 20-minute cut down. And I recall early on when I first approached her in 2018, and she had just joined the royal family, and she shared a conversation with me then that really made me feel somewhat disheartened, because she said she had been given advice that it would be best if she could be 50% less than she was.
Wow.
That was the quote. If she could be 50% less. And I remember hearing that in 2018 and said specifically to her, I don't know how you're going to survive being half of yourself.
Wow, I think it's
the fact that she...
Yeah. I think it's important
Isn't
to say...
it something?
Yeah, I'm still stunned by that.
I don't know how you ask anybody to do that.
That they were not paid for the interview, and the interview was not at my house. There's something going on about, it's at Gail's California mansion.
I was wondering I hadn't been invited.
Pwill called me and said, I didn't know you had a California mansion, Mom. And Tony asked, where was it filmed? He goes, looks like it was filmed in heaven. Where was it filmed, Oprah? Where was it? What can you tell us about where it was filmed?
It was filmed at a friend's house. I'm not going to disclose the friend, because I don't want people now trying to find the friends and the friend's house.
Okay.
But I have friends.
Okay. Yes, you do. You have a lot of...
These people...
Open to an accusation of racism and then correct the record years later, thereby their own...
Harry and Meghan had nothing to correct because they never named the name who Harry was spoken to about that. They know who it was, but they didn't say it on national television.
I think that would be very damaging to them.
That conversation I'm never going to share. But at the time it was awkward. I was a bit shocked.
Can you tell us what the question was?
No, I'm not comfortable sharing that.
Okay.
What the hell is wrong with her?
Own admission, gaslighting the world and making the Queen's last years a nightmare.
Andrew did that.
Not seeing a
Andrew did that. Andrew, did that to his mother. With that father, okay, who literally wanted to mess up the wedding.
That may have been one of the things that upset her. And of course, the photographs were a setup. I was set up by a guy named Jeff Rayner and another guy named Dylan Howard, who was with American media, I think. And the whole thing was a plan to actually mess up the wedding.
Why will you be talking to them after? Just look at the screen. Okay, Meghan did so much trying to convince the father not to be in contact with the media and all of that. He did it anyway. All right, so Meghan has her own reason. At least I could see from the outside why she did whatever she did. All right, you have no say on that because the father was going on national television spewing lies or whatever it is that he was saying.
Father who has by all accounts supported and encouraged and who has fallen seriously ill. Thomas Markle hasn't even met either of his grandchildren.
There's no reason.
And the King has only met, as far as we know, just one. Forgiveness shows strength of character.
From what I understand, when they went to the Jubilee during Lily's first birthday, Charles didn't even meet with them. So, oh my God, let's just finish this so I could finish with that.
Holding a grudge and throwing a wrecking ball is easy. The documentaries, the misery-ridden whinge-fest spare, I got the smaller half of the room in a goddamn castle. You're in a castle. Constant bleating on about their own well-being and mental health, blind to the damage they're doing to others. They're advocates for it. They should know better. I'm afraid No amount of PR can airbrush this behaviour. So I get that you, Meghan, have feelings, but so do the rest of us. And whilst I absolutely deplore bad behaviour on social media, you cannot escape the fact that your behaviour leaves a lot to be desired.
Oh my God. What the BS did I just listen here? And she's making it directly to Meghan. What a utter BS. This is why the UK is so miserable. Are you freaking kidding me? Okay, but let's listen.
I represent Nana Akua. I'll be judged by the content of my character, not the colour of my skin, and definitely not by you. And as for being called names, I get called loads of names. Let me finish because you spent time talking, and I've listened.
Well, you cut him off. You cut him off. You didn't let him finish. You did not let him finish. So, okay, now she's taking it. If anything were to happen, it's going to go directly toward her, because not only did he remove the network and this guy, I don't know his name, out of the conversation, and then in response to him, what's her name? Nana, I think that's her name. Okay, now she's taking it all personal. So if anything were to come, it's going to be whoever's going to sue straight to her. But anyway, let's listen.
But I am entitled to my opinion, and my opinion is not based on the colour of my skin. My opinion is based on my thoughts and views, and I listen to what I've been told, and I make a fair judgment given the information I have. I don't look at myself and say, I must follow these people because they are all the same colour as me. I will not do that, and I will not do it, and I will not be told by someone like you that that's what I should be doing. I'm Nana Akua, and that's how I want to be seen.
Okay. And they would as happily see you deported as they would see me deported, Nana. That's the truth.
Who are they?
No matter how much you dance for them.
Who are they? Who are they?
The racists who abuse me online every time I appear on this show.
Well, the people who are racist. Well, listen, I get black people abusing me.
What does that tell you about the audience?
Listen, who are they? Who are they that would happily see?
As I just said, it's the racists who abuse me every time I appear on this show on Twitter. Call me a big nose, say I'm a gorilla, say that I should be deported back to Africa. Look on Twitter. Google
We're both shouting over each other now, and we are gonna leave it there. I would just before I park it, I would just like to say, absolutely condemn any racism that either of you have received, and also towards Diane Abbott as well. I hope that goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. Also, I am going to give you an opportunity, Femi, just to quickly apologise to Nana about something you said about something to do with how many wigs she might wear or anything. I mean, it was potentially quite personally offensive. You can come on this show and make points, political points or whatever, but I think when you do attacks like that, would you like to withdraw that comment?
I can withdraw the comment about the wig, but I won't withdraw the comment which says that people will they will happily see you deported as they would see me deported. No matter how much you dance for these racists, they are not going to see you as an equal, Nana.
Pathetic.
And I say that from a place of love.
All right, well, look, both of you, thank you very much. Obviously, we could have carried this on forever, but unfortunately, we're out of time. So, there we go. Right.
Been told.
I gotta give the white guy credit. He, how do you call this? He refereed this. Let me leave that alone. I'm laughing at the picture. Can you see the real Nana now? She got crossed because her wigs were mentioned. There's the laugh here. Nana resembled the living dead. Let me pause and laugh. Oh my God, I need to finish record. That's the laugh here. Not the white guy saying, are you going to take it back about her wigs? He is taking up for her wigs and not her. I didn't think of it that way, but that's true. He knows her wigs are a mess. I don't want to go through each one of this because I'm gonna die. My entire time is gonna go into that laughing. She's always throwing black people under the bus to make the racist and her white boss happy. Nana Wig is a racist. She will find out one day that they hate her too. Oh my God, I don't know why I'm laughing at this. I support the wig comment. It was on fire. Oh my God. He talks about the wigs. I can't get over the clown ass makeup they put on her. Looking as she has. Oh my God. Okay, whatever's on the screen, that's it. Okay, wait a minute. Did Nana Wigs upgrade her wig? You go, Nana Wig. What time? This is an ad. A talking monkey. There's that here. I she be dancing now. LOL. Okay, let me move on. I didn't know it was that funny. I think I shared some screenshot about that. Oh my God, I got a headache from laughing. I paused for a while just laughing out of nowhere. Okay, next tweet. Piers Morgan, it could be that Prince William and Kate are hiding something. Okay, so that's something I saw. I put it, did I put it here? Okay, maybe I do. I have it last. So maybe I'll move it because of that. Okay, Piers Morgan, it could be that Prince William and Kate are hiding something. Okay, there's that here. Piers Morgan's royal sources. Maybe that's why King Charles III ordered Queen Camilla to take some times off. There's that here. Violence. So this is something from the docuseries, I think. Do not take this video lightly. This is Prince Harry admitting that Prince William physically assaulted him in 2019. Now we seriously worry about Kate Middleton. Okay. 2 minutes and 10 seconds. There will be a screenshot, okay? Maybe I'll just leave this image only because memories, each screenshot is a piece of memory. Alright, so let's listen.
It all happened so fast, so very fast. He grabbed me by the collar, ripping my necklace, and knocked me to the floor. I landed on the dog's bowl, which cracked under my back, the pieces cutting into me. I lay there for a moment, dazed, then got to my feet and told him to get out. Come on, hit me. You'll feel better if you hit me. Do what? Come on, we always used to fight. You'll feel better if you hit me. No, only you'll feel better if I hit you. Please, just leave. He left the kitchen, but he didn't.
I always felt like if Harry had hit him back and there's some bruises on him, he would have used that against Harry for some whatever makeup story he probably would have come up with. I'm glad Harry was level-headed to said no. Okay, so let's continue.
Leave not caught. He was in the sitting room, I could tell. I stayed in the kitchen. 2 minutes passed, 2 long minutes. He came back looking regretful and apologized. He walked to the front door. This time I followed. Before leaving, he turned and called back. You don't need to tell Meg about this. You mean that you attacked me? I didn't attack you, Harold. Fine. I won't tell her. Me and William, like I guess a lot of siblings, or maybe not, William and I used to fight all the time. Now the difference to that was we were kids. We used to shoot each other with BB guns. We used to have firework fights. All of this stuff that I talk about in the book. What was different here was this level of frustration. And I talk about the red mist that I had for so many years. And I saw this red mist in him. And I can pretty much guarantee today that if I wasn't doing therapy sessions like I was and being able to process that anger and frustration, that I would have fought back, 100%. But I didn't, because I was in a more comfortable place with my own anger. But he wanted me to hit him back, but I chose not to. But again, so much of the relationship between me and William and the way that it played out was because of the narrative, or the distorted narrative that was being pushed through the British press and some people within his office that were feeding him utter nonsense.
And this is, it just finished. I was just about to pause it. This is the thing that I'm saying. Sometimes I don't understand. They're feeding nonsense to the tabloid. And when he looks, he meaning William, look at the papers and he takes them as face value. When in fact, they the one who's feeding the nonsense to the tabloid. They don't, whoever, he doesn't process it to say, this is my story. I'm putting this BS out. He took it as if it's someone else who put it out, and then he's getting it as first time listening to it or reading it. Okay, I'll go into that. Let me read these 3 comments. Really, it's fortunate that Harry is in a different place and then fight back. If he had, it would have been a child's play this time. It wouldn't have been child's play this time. But the thing is, like I was saying, when I paused the first time, is that he wouldn't make it something else where they will blame Harry for hurting him. Okay, he will change the narrative. He will not say exactly what happened. He will say something different so people could be angry at Harry. So I went into that. Let's see here. Harry's response to William's physical attack make it obvious that William had done it before. And Spare, Harry highlights an event in 2013 where William had a fit about Africa. Oh, okay, that's why Kate hasn't been seen in public. Bruises need time to heal. There's that here. There's this. I black, so I don't want to see it. Okay, analysis. Okay, this has been one big publicity stunt that has backfired in their faces. Absolutely. He said it is in his book Spare. True. Okay, what happened? Kate is missing for 2 months almost, and they released edited picture of her. Now they're trying to portray as if she's recovering from an illness. Okay, you know all about wife beating. Okay, protect your wife. There's this. Okay, after these, that's it. That's where my instincts are leading to. Also, something happening that is causing deep shame for them. This can be about cheating and divorce. After years of studying to fill the role as King Jeffrey Baratheon, okay, torturing small animals is the hardest part, of course. Okay, so let me go to the next tweet. Alright, so there's this here. I did say I was gonna put something. Yeah, let me hold on. Okay, so I just made a switch here after the last tweet that I just shared with you. So I put this. This was last on my list, but I move it because we're talking about the physical thing between Harry and William. Heads up, Squaddies. An announcement is due to be released from the royal family. BBC has apparently been put on notice. Pass it on. Okay, so she retweeted that. I'll come back out on this, but let's go into this. Okay, so this is the person she retweeted, and then I'll go from on top here. Okay, BBC event has been put on notice. Sources say that a major announcement from the royal family is coming soon. When? We do not know. So let's see here. Let's read some of these and then I'll go back out. That will explain the divorce announcement that was delayed and the self-harm rumor. Now, wouldn't it? Okay, what intonation? I think I have this someplace else. Okay, is Rose Henberry pregnant in 2024? Meet her children and husband. That was March 14, 2024. Rumor has it that Lady Rose Henberry is pregnant with a child of Prince William. Kate Middleton, after hearing about the gossip, is asking for a divorce and staying low profile. There's this here. Okay, the tarnation. Yeah, I responded to it. I remember seeing it earlier in the day. Okay, that's an ad. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, I went into this so I could read that because there's an announcement. Let's read some of the comments here. Well, knew it had happened sooner than later. Time to alert the squad. Has anyone seen anything odd from Kate's parents or sisters' activities? Surely they know what's going on. Any repeated trips to the hospital or the palace? Okay, I just hope it's not a health-related announcement. Everything else is just entertainment to bring popcorn. Well, in terms of the entertainment aspect, remember Bojo's sister? This is what they wanted.
We got the most wonderful newspapers in the world in this country. You read the newspapers in the States or in France, they're very dull. They're not entertaining at all. I think that we can have both a serious and an entertaining press. And that's what I want to see survive. I don't want to see Prince Harry destroy the industry I love.
Okay, yikes. So now let me go back to the original. This is where I was. Oh no, shit. I mean, seriously, what do we get now? The truth? Okay, if we are lucky. 4 options: divorce, abdication, death, or wedding. Pretty much can see it being a birth. No one expecting to my knowledge. Let's see here. I respond to this, so where is that? Okay, maybe Camilla's pregnant. Oh Lord. OMG, I laughed so hard and woke up my husband. There's that here. There's that. Where's my comment? I thought I respond to something. All right, so that's it. Okay, I just messed it up now. I thought I shared these with you. Let's go to the next tweet. I don't even see my tweet anymore. I thought I respond to it. What is that? These are completely extra. They just popped up on my timeline. So there's this one here. They're chasing the non-taxpayers funded Prince Harry. They're chasing the non-taxpayer funding Prince on holiday when they should be chasing the taxpayers funded missing princess. Who is that? Is that Harry? Yeah, that's Harry. Where are they now? Okay, pics from... Okay, so there's that here. A little Google search shows the toxic British media have resorted to using an old picture of a beardless Prince Harry from years ago when he was 27, skiing in Swiss Alps to lie to people that he's currently on holiday. The British media don't report the news they created. So is that old? Yeah, he doesn't have his beard. Okay, so forget that. Where was the other one that I just saw? There's the let me leave that. Let me focus on my list. Otherwise, if you see it, you see it. Look at this. 35 more is coming down my timeline. Other than that, I'll never finish with my list. Okay, next tweet. I'm in the tabloid laughing my ass off. Okay, King Willem Alexander allude to the roar about the Wales' Mother's Day photo. Kings of Netherlands make cheeky dig at Kate Middleton Photoshop scandal as he jokes with public. King Willem Alexander is believed to have made a jab about the ongoing controversy surrounding Kate Middleton during a royal engagement in his home country today. You know what? They're trying to bring other people into their mess. So let's just say allegedly. I don't trust them, okay? He said, I'm in the tabloid. Who is that? Is it somebody in the back? I don't know. One of these? I don't know. Okay, Lord LOL. Wasn't he hanging out with Harry at the IG in The Hague? Yes, he was. The Dutch royals aren't in bed with the media. The press allowed to take their photo a few times a year. They joke with them and that's it. Just normal. Okay, Ben Oakland. Okay, I can't read that. Okay, this is the thing. Harry know that. This is the thing. They didn't want to listen to Harry. Of all people, Charles should have known. Okay, and then he tried to lure both of his kids into it. Thank God Harry had the mindset to say no.
Suffered. Do everything you can to make sure that whatever experiences negative experiences that you had, that you can make it right for your kids. We chose to put our mental health first. That's what we're doing, and that's what we will continue to do. Isn't this all about breaking the cycle? Isn't this all about making sure that history doesn't repeat itself? That whatever pain and suffering has happened to you that you don't pass on?
Okay, if you went through it, you know how painful it was. Why would you want him to go through it? And look at where it's taking William right now. Alright, girl, next time they're gonna invite you at GB News. Let them, I'm gonna curse everybody out on live TV. They were listening, so sad and pathetic. The British royal family has become an embarrassment. The Windsors are an international joke. Daily Mirror, please correct the credit. This is my video. Sue doesn't have any right. Okay. I don't know. Okay, GM, my friend. So what is that? Okay, I do not know anything about that, so let me move on. Next tweet. Okay, so there's this here. The British media, Royal Rats, and what's RE? I don't know. Thanks they can take the attention away from the fact Mother's Day pic doesn't exist by attacking Meghan Markle for living her life. Move on. Okay, how did the camera a pic that doesn't exist? What is that? Okay, who's that? Ross Atkin, AFP is one of the biggest news agencies. I asked its global news director Phil Shootwin if AFP will consider Kensington Palace a trusted source after the edited photo of the Princess of Wales and her children. Absolutely not, was the reply. Here's the exchange. Or the Iranian news agency, just to give you some background or context. Okay, so let's see here. Associated Free Press, AFP, have declared that Kensington Palace is no longer a trusted source for photos and information. That's it. They've been doing it for so long. Okay, all they had to freaking do is leave Meghan alone. They've been doing it for so long and they got away with it. So they thought this will happen. Okay, 4 different old pictures together. That's why Princess Charlotte is same size as her mother. Okay, I don't know. And taller than her brother, Prince George. Again, how did Prince William took that picture? George is pretty tall. George is the oldest, right? He's pretty tall. And you could see him, he's getting tall too. Oh my goodness. Now, you see, there it is here. He's tall here. Wow. Okay. This is really quite something, and Royal Water Daily Telegraph. By the way, if interested, and James O'Brien, one of just a few journalists, spoke about this subject on LBC Radio today at 11:15, possibly on Global Radio iPlayer. What is that now? Kensington Palace can no longer be trusted, just like North Korea. News agency boss say manipulation of royal family photo that led to kill notice is type of trick pull by Korean regime. Okay, that's an ad. This is extra. So let's go to the next tweet. Wow, they did that on themselves, and I don't know. A few statements could have been put out. Not the UK press telling the world that Prince Jong Un AKA Prince William is so unpopular and inept that he can be easily overshadowed by his sister-in-law's new Instagram page, American Riviera Orchard. Okay, I don't think I mentioned it much on any recent post, but it was in one, I think in one of my videos that I recorded and I stumbled on it by accident. It's on our port of service. Okay, Daily Mail Online. The timing is no accident. Meghan launches lifestyle brand that will see her flagging gems and kitchenware minutes before Prince William speak at Diana Memorial. Then Sussexes reveal $100,000 Archwell prize while Prince of Wales is at event. I mean, it's like everybody else's life supposed to put on hold until this guy come up with something. He still hasn't come up with something significant. So everybody's supposed to hold. Meghan and Harry's supposed to pause until he finished. What the hell? What do these people think? And by the way, the UK owe Meghan because her lifestyle blog before Tig was making her a lot of money before. And they made her shut it down. She knows how these things work. Okay, so let's continue. It's the 4-year anniversary of the Freedom Flight from Canada to Los Angeles. It had nothing to do with Prince Jong Un. Prince Jong Un. The date was chosen because of the anniversary. People are so single-minded, their life revolves around them, not what was left behind, and which with good reason. Exactly, and I'm so glad Meghan is doing it her way and taking control back. No date for the website launch would have been good enough for them. Might as well do as you please. Exactly. Okay, they say it first, not me, LOL. News agency like North Korea, royals no longer trusted sources after kid photo. Oh, Prince Kim Jong Un. So this is someone that I black because I'm assuming. Okay, if I open it, I know I'm gonna be pissed. So she took it from the tabloid and said Prince of Kim Jong Un because the agency said they don't trust that because it's almost like there it is, North Korea. So let's move on. Oh my lord. Unnecessary. They didn't have to put the picture out at all, but I'm glad they did and they're calling them out. Next tweet. This new look is suspect. Sussex Squad. Look at that. The kid holding his nose. Okay. I can hear all the hounds in the city calling him, quote, just roll over, man. Just roll over and play. The man is pathetic. All right, I'm just reading that. The man is pathetic. He thinks the clothes will help him look young, edgy, and cool. Well, he look anything but. So there's me here. They always think the facade is the way to go, not the core essence of things. Harry told them character that matters the most.
What I remind him is that no matter what you want to be when you grow up, it's your character that matters most.
Hey, let them keep banging their heads and expect different results. Okay, what happened to his valley? Let's see here. They let go of all their stuff. Really? Did they? Right, those clothes look way too big. I always thought he wore his watch on his right wrist as he's left-handed. Okay, so there's that here. Let's go back. Okay, so there's the laugh here. Is he losing weight? Looks like it. There's the laugh. Why do these kids keep holding and covering their nose when they are around Willie? Second kid I have seen doing that. Does it stink? Oh my God. Let's see here. They're smelling the booze. We don't know. Allegedly. Okay? All this is allegedly. His staff are all gay men. They only know what gay men like. And presumably Prince William is also getting comfortable enough to come out and have done with all the pretense. It is 2024. His countrymen are to let him live an authentic life. Okay, was it intentional on the part of your staff that they captured children covering their noses in several photos, or is it that he smelled bad? From the way they dress him and the photos they take of him, it seems that his employees hate him and want him to look bad. Oh my Lord. But doesn't he have a say on which pictures they choose to make public? I'm sure they don't just take one picture in the outing. Oh my goodness. You know, lay out all the pictures they took and choose one. Okay, this is the second picture I've seen where a kid covering their nose. What's going on? A bounce sheet in the dryer will help those trousers, but if they weren't clinging to his leg, they'll be too long. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. Oh my Lord. Okay, so there's those pictures that they're making reference to. What does Prince William smells like when two completely different kids are holding their noses around him? Same day from the looks of it. Gosh, gross. Okay. Let's look at the color of his clothes. Oh my goodness, yeah, there's the kid holding his nose. And the thing with kids, oh my God, kids, they don't hold back. They let the truth be out. Yeah, he's wearing the same clothes. Probably just scratching his nose, I don't know. Okay, Brits are known for their lack of hygiene. Some admit they take showers once a week. Few. What was it? Around, I will say, election 2020. There was one tweet, I can't believe I remember. One tweet I came across where this person was saying, what is it? He doesn't wash certain part of his body or something. It's on PYTE. Okay, I had a nice clean aunt who moved to the UK. She came home about 7 years later for a visit and said the following words, quote, "An apple a day kept the dentist away," end quote. The woman stopped brushing daily. It was gross. What? Oh, really? Ooh. Okay, let me stop here. Okay, let me move on to the next one. Next one. I have 3 more and they're all related. Okay, when the penny finally dropped, "We want you back," Prince Harry told to return to UK by heartbroken royal fans. Prince Harry was greeted with enthusiasm and a round of applause from young award winners at the Diana Legacy Award when he dialed in remotely from California. Okay, what's the saying? If you love something or someone, set it free. They should do just that, set Harry free. His family made it impossible for him to live peacefully. Alright, so there's that. What's the fine date on this? That's an ad. This, I choose him, I choose her. Look here, says they can't see nothing yet and we ain't never coming back. Alright, so that's that. Now I have 3 tweets left. They all, no, they're not related. Let me see. This is how I have it. It's the same person who tweeted it, and I think he did or she did one on Wednesday, one on Thursday, and one yesterday. So that's what I copy. Okay, they're probably completely different. I think it sort of summarizes what been going on. next tweet. There it is. Okay, so it started here. There it is here. And I bookmarked this. Not hard to imagine. Incandescent William screaming, "We told those peasants Easter." Okay, that's about when she will come out. Alright, so I decided to start it from here. Wednesday speculation. 1. Whatever is happening isn't settled yet, whether that's divorce or health issue. Or health issue. 2. Regardless of the number one, Will and Kate are not working as a team. 3. There is at least a 50% this really is all about nothing. And William and Kate have dug in their Easter timeline. Okay. Now hard to imagine an incandescent William screaming, quote, "We told those peasants Easter." Okay. The unwillingness of KP to offer a current unadulterated photo of Kate is the 800-pound gorilla in the room. Why won't they or can't they? Thanks to the funding, it's gonna have to be a video at this point. Yeah, because nobody really believe what's going on. A video where they could respond to. Okay, I feel like every hour passes with no word from BP or KP fixing all this. The likelihood of the number 3 fades to nearly zero, especially with multiple American late-night shows making the royal the butt of jokes. Alright, don't underestimate how petulant entitled both William and Kate are. By Easter, we will all be suffering from speculation fatigue. Even worse news will be met with, "Yeah, we knew." Okay. She got a facelift, yeah, or she put on weight. Either way, we can see her face. Okay, love this. At least once of the speculation is true. The world isn't ready for a new royal divorce scandal, please. Alright, so. Okay, so let's do next tweet. Now, same person who tweeted, different day. Thursday speculation. I just cannot think of a reason to not produce sign of life at this point outside of they literally cannot. And if I'm wrong, and this is all really about stubbornness, I don't think the press, especially internationally, will ever forgive them. Okay, I also find myself wondering what King Charles III said to Prince Harry when he visited. Even if mostly concerned for his father, I have to think he have found it odd to get no comment about her continued recovery. Then again, giving that family, what do I know? And the thing that I've said when Harry went to visit his father, and I said maybe he went to discuss, about dropping the lawsuit. So because I think a couple of days later, after he had visited his father, and the court came with the result of his security. It was a review, I believe it was. Was that the one? No, the hacking. He has so many, sometimes I get confused. The hacking case. He won that one. What I think, they made it, this is purely speculation, my humble opinion, is that they made the cancer thing look so drastic to get Harry's attention, to quickly go over there. Okay? That was what I believe happened. But that doesn't mean it is true. So when he got there to see his father, thinking he got cancer, but the father was discussing the lawsuit, the hacking, to pull it or don't make it continue or whatever, knowing full well that probably, in my humble opinion again, the court probably gave him a heads up that the case is gonna, the judge is gonna make the thing public, or his verdict of the case. Okay? It may not be the judge who call him, maybe a whistleblower, someone inside probably contact the palace and say, oh, the judge is gonna make this public, whatever. So when Harry got to UK, and his father probably said, can you please pull the lawsuit out, blah, 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 blah. And Harry probably said no. So with that being said, now what we sort of seeing here, tying all of this together based on my speculation, okay? Because Harry did not pull the case out of court. Now the papers, it's a group of people, all right? So now they're doing things to crumble the monarchy. That's what I think. That's what I think. And then let's not forget, not too long ago, I believe the Prime Minister signed some papers to allow Harry to review the phone hacking. No, not phone hacking. Leveson inquiry. And they upset about that, meaning the papers, the newspapers are upset about it because they felt like during the hearing of the Leveson inquiry, some of the information that they gave, it was supposed to be somewhat, I don't know what deal they made, so it will not be public. But now that Harry can review the case, the Leveson inquiry, they're upset about it. And then when Harry won his phone hacking case, one of the things the judge said is that he can proceed or file lawsuit toward the papers or whatever based on information of the Leveson inquiry only if the government give Harry permission. Okay, he cannot go by leaking. Let's say someone leaks some information regarding the Leveson inquiry or whatever. The court will not accept that. Only if there is government sign the okay and tell Harry you could view the papers, the Leveson inquiry, then you could file a lawsuit based on information that William Harry gathered from that. And this is what the Prime Minister did. The Prime Minister gave him the okay to view the Leveson inquiry. Okay, so this is what all of this is somewhat related. They piss because what I think, the reason William sort of, settled with the paper, in my humble opinion, again, speculation from my part. I don't know from anything. This is me reading between the lines. There was probably, in my humble opinion, allegedly, some deal between William and the papers to somewhat stop Harry from pursuing the lawsuit. That did not happen. Harry continued and went forward with it. All of this, I think, play a role. Okay? Because they probably give him some extra. I don't know. Okay? They make him believe, because William is dumb anyway, in my humble opinion. Okay? Because William had the upper hand in everything. Him and Harry, they all had upper hand. Only Harry took advantage of it. So what the paper probably did, give him a little bit extra. And that little extra was for him to stop Harry from moving forward. And this is why William felt like he had power over Harry. So that didn't happen. And now the paper is upset. All right? So that's what I think happened. Purely speculation, my humble opinion. Me reading between the lines. Okay? At this point, I'm wondering how much Charles and Camilla even know. I think they know. If you look at the timing, I actually was thinking about this yesterday. If you look at the timing of things, okay, first, definitely, Charles have to, cherish or try to savoring the good, positive tabloid coverage of him. Okay, first, they say he was going for a checkup. Then the following week, he has cancer. There's the sympathy feeling. And then next they say he's not going to be working, he's taking a break or something like that. And then you have the mistress try to, take over, do the things that I guess Charles was supposed to do. But it was rejected. But for some reason, I think they knew about what was coming. Because as things from William and other things starting to release, you start seeing and understand why they took a step back, not being a working boy. Okay? How would I say not being a working boy? Take a break or something like that. They took a break. So to let all that noise to go. Okay? Let William take all the blame or something like that. Okay? So where was I? I also find myself wondering what King Charles III said to Prince Harry. I think Harry probably know. Okay, at this point, I'm wondering how much Charles and Camilla even know. Okay, that's an ad. Okay, after this, that's it. Well, for starters, I don't think they expect this. I think they thought they will make a little announcement that she had a procedure. Then she could have each month off for them to figure out whatever the underlying thing is. I remember in one of the videos that I was doing, every day that I was doing the video, that was when Kate issues first started. And I was like, one of them was like, maybe, she's pregnant. They don't want her to, have a baby or something like that. Or what is it? They're making her the divorce had happened, and perhaps they want her to tie her, I don't know, to not be pregnant. I don't know. I was thinking all sort of things. Okay, I have flipped. There is nothing wrong with her. She's hiding out after being named by Pig. Okay, Prince, what's his name? I'm saying Prince, Piers Morgan. Trying to garner sympathy. Could be that too. Okay, stop playing. You know they can produce the originals. Okay, after this, definitely. Let me read bottom up. This reminds me of the weird story that Ivana died from internal injuries to her horse, abdominal injuries from falling down her staircase. Then Ivana is cremated but buried in an incredible heavy full-size coffin on Trump's Bedford golf course. What? I didn't follow it, but I know she died though. So where is Kate buried? So she was cremated and then they do a freaking a casket? Wow. I still think it's because meds she's on have puffed up her appearance and she is refusing to be photographed yet. I don't know. I've always, even since January, thought Will hurt her. It's always about protecting him. Why is he not even talking to his dad? Something big happened. If you are about AKA, you keep on asking questions. I think the Spanish were right. She's in a coma. I'd find where kids are. The palace, honestly, they can't be trusted anymore. Claim that Kate will appear after Easter. If that's the case, why do a dodgy fabricated photo and then scramble for proof of life that looks so dodgy? They could have stuck to that line and things would have been mostly fine. Okay, I also think the person who edited the photo can be that bad at editing photo. After all, they are employed by the royals. It looks intentionally made. Okay, maybe. I think so too. Couple of pictures they put out and I said, I think they're putting sign out that something is happening. Look at the what is it? The car with the 3 wheels. Okay, these are signs to tell people something is happening. I did brought it up. Okay, it looks intentional, maybe a cry for help or raising a red flag for Kate that something is not right. I think so too. Let me go into that. Okay, this is my thought too. After running around too much in this rabbit hole, the image is too well made to have these obvious misaligned and layer errors. It was obvious not Kate who did this, but a pro on her team, trying to send out some sign, and the kids crossing limbs are all over. Alright, according to what a tabloid published yesterday, not even her close employees have spoken to her or seen her. I think I saw that as well. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet and my last one. There will be no prayers. Okay, next tweet. Friday speculation. The rumor that the BBC have been given notice to expect something is interesting. Other than that, nothing has changed. Every day without sign of life, this gets increasingly bizarre, especially when you consider how easy it will be to put this to bed. Okay, so it looks like she did a thread. The British press are now running in circle with contradictory brief, which makes me think that there are many in the palace that don't know what the F is going on either. While I think the crest of speculation has come and gone, unless they release more fake photos, the royals' credibility is going to keep taking a beating until the mess is clarified. I agree with her. Okay, after this, that's it. It's clarified. That's where I was. I'm increasingly thinking divorce before we'll get the crown. In all history, the only reigning king to successfully get a divorce was Henry VIII. George IV tried to divorce Caroline and was blocked. Only princes and princesses have had divorces. Otherwise, there's that here. Getting the divorce almost killed me. Alright, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. New subscriber, welcome. I don't do prayers for the left behinders. They are just baggage for God. Thank you for watching. And I'm a little bit sleepy right now. I don't know if I'm gonna do video number 2.
Naka. It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together. And if I may speak personally, we are all in this together. Because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.